So, welcome to Foretales, our first game of our Trial Tuesday evening. It has a wonderful art style. If you ever watched Robin Hood from Disney back in the days, the animation movie, then yeah, you should. At least the art reminds me on that movie back in the days. Wonderful movie, amazing, really nice, highly recommended, and super art here in this game. Music is also nice. It's a card game. I never played it, so we tried it out not the first time, but the art is really, really pretty. Choose the next region. A mysterious patron. Volpain needs money to help his father and the local miners. His friend Leo says there's someone in town with a very lucrative job to offer. Welcome to Foretales, an adventure game where you progress by combining cards and exploring decks. This is it, Volpain. Our ticket to easy life. One last job, and our days of stealing apples from the market are behind us. That's what you said the last time. So, who is the contract of yours? His name's Timothy. He says he has work for people like us. And you're sure you can pay? Because I could really do with the money right now. Don't worry. He promised a hefty reward. Should be more than enough to help your father and the miners with their strike. And for me to take an early retirement. He's just a little difficult to track down in town sometimes. Better ask around then.
He looks like a good place to start.
Good day to you, young bird. How can I be of assistance? We are looking for someone by the name of Timothy. Ah, I see. A very secretive fellow he is he. I think I heard something about him the other day, but sadly my memory isn't what it once was. Right. Not my jog your memory, I wonder. A bite to eat usually does the trick. About 5? Food? Should be sufficient. 5 food? It's enough to last a few days. I know my friend here. I'll come back with some food for you. We already have 1 food. Just 4 to go. A typical region of the game is composed of 3 to 6 locations. Of 3 to 6 location cards placed on the board. You can learn more by hovering your cursor over a card. Sometimes left click on cards will also trigger dialogue or reaction from your characters. Try it out for yourself. Left click on the left card with the beggar. He will remind you of what he wants. The beggar. Nothing happens in Isenburg without the old beggar knowing about it. He's always willing to share his knowledge for a good bite. Would you spare a morsel of food for an old beggar? I wouldn't call 5 food a morsel. This is demanding work for an old man like me. I'd like to see you try it. Yeah. You get your food. You have 2 types of action cards at your disposal. Skill cards of your adventurers. Probably this one? This one. Okay, I see. With this icon here. And consumable cards. Here. Targets will often be location cards, but not always. When you hover over one of your cards, the possible targets are highlighted, along with its hints as to what will happen if you play there. So pay attention to what is highlighted and where the hints appear. Conversely, if you place your cursor over elements of the board, to highlight the action cards you can play. Take a moment to explore your current cards and see if you can figure out a way to find enough food. The sights, sounds and smells of city life intermingle in this bustling hub of commerce. A great place to trade goods. Okay, so if we take gold, money, it makes kings of men, buys forgiveness for lost souls, can even start a war or 2. Can also be used to buy apples. Can I get my food too? You want to have some apples? Also we can use money. And then we will get 2 food from him and him. So, theme. A good deed can open many doors. Having the respect of the community is always a good way to achieve your goals. The theft, murder, violence, and general lawlessness. Reputation like that guarantees respect among outlaws and makes law-abiding citizens to quake in their boots. We can attack him too? Hallo Elisira! The cards are so pretty! Understand. Years the violence have made Leo an outstanding tracker. Okay, so we try. Consume 1 gold, we get 2 food.
Hardly what you'd call gourmet, but needs must.
One very important rule to remember: you can only play 1 card per location card on board. Sometimes it will transfer the target card into another, I don't know, deck. But most of the time it will just consume it and travel to the next card. A standard used card from the board will go back to the bottom of the exploration deck. You can't run out of location cards to explore because the exploration deck always cycles. Poor district. The population here are in dire need of help, but can also offer assistance if you ask nicely enough. We need 2 gold. Oh, but if we give fame, we get 2 food. Always happy to give a free sample to celebrities. You hear that, Wallerpain? Celebrities!
Oh, those are quite delicious when sautéed with a little honey, and if... No, you're right. We don't have time.
Okay, we have enough food. Let's see what this guy knows. Lead the way. Okay, now we take the food. Oh, thank you, young bird. Now, what about this Timothy chap? But of course, there are my manners. Here, follow this path.
That should show the way. Heartwarming stuff.
Thanks for the tip, friend. Good day to you, bird. Well, what now? I suppose you should follow the old beggar's directions on a piece of paper. Sometimes we have to seek directions to progress in the story and reach new destinations. Check the descriptions on your cards. That piece of paper? Yeah, that one.
Something told Vopan that these chaps weren't here to talk.
Beware, a hostile token is blocking this card. You won't be able to play any cards on this suspicious street until you get rid of those bandits. If you left click on the token, you can see the creatures forming the group and decide whether to engage or not. Most of confrontations start with a negotiation phase. If you have the correct resources, you might be able to discard this threat without any violence. But if you don't absolutely need to play a card there, you may as well avoid any conflict and play another cards available. Ah yeah, so we click on it. And we see 4, 2, 1. Step away, engage. Ah, okay, then we open a new phase.
Let's be reasonable here.
You've started your first confrontation, but maybe there's no need to violence. Doch, doch! Doch, doch! For a second, seemed like there will be a card with your panda on it. And maybe they will come in the future. When you hover over the cards at your disposal, you may discover ways to get rid of some of your opponents. Get rid of enough opponents, you will bring the morale of the group down to 0 and the rest will flee. If you use an aggressive card, the confrontation will automatically turn into a fight. And if you don't have any cards to play or you don't want to play any cards, left click on the auto battle token to trigger the fight manually. Moral token. Auto battle. She prefers to let her fists to talking. They don't have many nice things to say. Would steal from his own grandmother if they weren't this poor church mouse. Didn't get where he is today by thinking for himself. Good at following orders though. Okay, so we can use Grim. And we could use Fame. Or we fight. I would say we try fight. So, a number of non-aggressive cards or start a fight with a combat card. We start a fight. Take this!
Oh, ouch.
From now on, both sides will automatically attack the opponent directly opposite them or to the left if no one is directly in front. Again, if you don't want to play cards, you can use the auto battle token.
That'll teach him.
An enemy was just removed from the confrontation. In most cases, this will subtract its level from the enemy's moral. Should the enemy moral reach 0, the remaining hostiles will flee. The level of an enemy is the number in the top left corner of the card.
That'll hurt in the morning. Nope. No, he'll be dead.
We've brought the enemy moral to 0. All remaining hostiles will now flee for their lives. When you trigger a panic, each fleeing enemy will grant you 1 fame, whatever the level.
What's the matter, tough guy?
Oh ja. Okay. Suspicious street. A gold coin lies conspicuously on the pavement of this shady-looking street. The trap is obvious. But what do they say? And we got Fame and we got Grim. Not sure what we're supposed to do. All Boilerplay needs to do is find the nearest marketplace and follow directions from there. Okay. Then we have to go like this. Move to Noise Tavern. Well, would you look at that? Something smells good. Rio. What? I'm hungry. Noisy Tavern, the perfect place to get some rest and recruit fellow adventurers. Stay a while, listen closely, and you just might hear something useful. I guess we take Fame? Nee, as gold. Consume 2 gold, we get 4 food. Okay. What's again there? Huh. Okay. Inspiring call to arms and draws out potential allies in the area. Over here! Theo's mighty roar! Roar! To a crowd of curious townsfolk. Oh look! They are so cute! Small crowd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it never fails to draw a crowd. Okay. So, I guess staying alive is not a complicated business. Eat, drink, sleep, and repeat. When we give them food, we consume 1 food and get 2 fame. Also we have to take this one. Just move to the next location. I really like the graphics, but I'm not sure they did a good job of introduction game. Do we know what they're supposed to do? Yeah, also, it seems like this card game is about, also like a storytelling card game, and we are playing while we are moving through the story and try to find our way. We have to find some kind of business partner, but he is hidden. How I understand is that you either hover over this main, this locations in the middle, and then you can see the bottom, which cards we can use, and there are different type of interactions. What exactly, I'm not sure. Also, I know now, for example, we can talk to the crowd. I can give them food. When I hover with the food here, there's just certain interaction effects. Or we can use something here. So we try now food. I mean, they look nice, so maybe if we give them something to eat.
Well, you know what they say. Share and share alike.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. Marketplace. The sights, sounds, and smells of city life. Yeah, we have to go here. So we need it now to find the marketplace again. Now it's back. And with the marketplace, we have now can use the card from the beggar.
You'll never cease to amaze me, Volpan.
A heavily bandaged figure stood alone in the hallway, in an alleyway. He looked like he was waiting for someone. As Volpain and Leo approached, the figure turned to greet them. Oh, Leo, so you're finally here, and you brought a crow. I'm a showbill. But of course you are. We heard you have work. Do I ever? But before we get down to brass tacks, I always like to get an understanding of who it is I'm working with. What do you mean? Like a demonstration of value you bring to this operation. Demonstration? Yes, you know. Skills, my boys. Show me your skills. The pair looked at each other perplexed. What did he mean with skills? Skills in combat? Sleight of hand? Maybe just a good old trick shot from Leo? Okay, so we can use either skill cards or we can use Grim. Maybe try Peppy Diversion? Let's try that. Volpain reached for one of his trusty smoke bombs and tossed it on the ground in front of Timothy. Soon the alleyway was filled with thick and suffocating fog. That's a magical trick. I imagine it comes in rather handy for avoiding fights. I prefer to keep my hands clean and my conscience. Okay, Timothy, enough games. What's this job? I'd like the two of you to acquire an item for me. A very rare and beautiful lyre that is currently in the possession of Lady Catel. The old bat who lives on the hill? No, I wouldn't call that to her face, but yes, that's her. I'd like you to break into her manor, steal the lyre, and bring it to me in the Holy Grove. The Holy Grove? I know the place. I will get you there myself, Volpain. Excellent. Then I shall leave you to it. I look forward to our next meeting. Alright, we've got a job to do. At long last. We can get straight to it if you think we're ready to go. Or we could spend some more time on the streets to repair. It's your call. Actually, how's about a small nap before we set off? You read my mind. Remember, you only have limited number of skill cards in your adventurers decks. Spending too many of their skill cards will tire them out. If you want to recover some skill cards, you will have to use rest cards on the right hand side of the board. That's one. Go on, left click on the rest card and try to use the first rest card.
Friends of yours, Volpan?
These are the rest cards left in this region. You can roll over all cards to discover their effects, but you can only use the top card. Hunger. Hopeless. Nice break. An uneventful stop. Recover up to 3 skill cards per adventure. Okay. Also. Boy, now what? Rest, just rest. Is it simple? Okay. Rest for a bit.
Whenever you're finished slacking off, you've got a realm to save, Volpan.
Some skill cards and suffered no other consequences. Don't expect it to be that easy all the time. The next card in the deck will cost you food or health points. The last card of the rest deck is always a game over, so be sure to check out how many times you can hope to rest in a region. Once you move on the next region, the rest deck will be replaced with a new set of cards. The number of rest cards in the next region is independent of how many you've used there. You have completed this region. You can either proceed to the next region, or you might want to spend some more time to gather resources and allies. Beware, consumables and resources are carried over from one region to the next, but they are not carried over from one mission to the next. There's no need to hoard excessively. Okay, are we not healing? Does not look like that, oh? District. Old well. Should we try to toss a coin? This looks like a good spot to refill our canteens.
Well, no wonder you're always poor, Volpan. You keep giving your money away.
Let me go there. More crowd. Okay. Noise tavern. Block kids. Let me try that. Ahoy there, scams! Ah! What do you want, mister? These streetwise scams have had to learn how to fend off themselves. Spare coin, mister? Oh, I don't have a coin. I have food.
Very generous of you.
Whoa, I haven't eaten a proper meal in days. Thank you, sir. You've recruited at least one fighting ally. Allies can be used on your adventure cards during fights. They will add their attack score to the attack of the adventurer for as long as they survive. Depending on the type of ally, they will position themselves in front or of or behind your adventurers. Front allies add a layer of protection and preserve your health, but may not survive the whole fight. Allies in the back will only serve as support to increase the attack, but they are most likely to survive until the end of the confrontation. Whether they survive or not, allies used in a combat are discarded at the end of the confrontation. Okay. Do we try to fight? Let's try it out.
walk away from this richer or not at all.
Invoke behind. Okay. Do you want to see how auto battle works? Or do you want to fight alone? Don't mind. Either way. You can steal? Pickpocket. Pickpocket. Oh, he stole a coin.
Oh, that was painful. You come at the shoe bill, you best not miss. I think we can claim that as self-defense.
Yeah. Somewhere in a garden, Leo has brought wall paint to the city gardens, where food is plentiful and secrets lurk around over the corner. Deep in the labyrinth lies our hero's destination for the evening, Lady Catel's Manor. Yeah, I don't know how we can heal. Watch out, God! There are now several hostile creatures in the search party. A deck of cards representing the animals chasing your party. Each time a new location card appears on the board, it has a search party call token with an eye. It may spawn a group of enemies from the search party. Some of your actions may also add hostile to the search party. Hostiles that you may have to face later, so be careful. Right then, Timothy said the instrument is inside of Lady Catel's Manor. A big house with a labyrinth? That's the one. But getting through the thatched maze is going to be tough. I think I saw some gardeners wandering around earlier. Maybe they know the way.
Oh, now you're in for it.
That's so cute. The art is really nice. But I think you got now an idea about the game. Hello, Zucker. How are you doing? Good evening. Really nice. I find the idea of story, you know, like interactive storytelling with cards is pretty nice. I mean, and you can decide which way you choose, which interaction. That's really nice. That's really cool. Also, I think I would like to play that in the future a bit more. Seems to be fun. Oh, I guess this comes with now more interactions also. And maybe it's just at the start. But the art is really pretty. I like also the music. And the idea of, you know, this interactive story card telling is cool. So, yeah. But we have to figure out how to heal. That's a good point. I have no clue how that works. I thought when we rest, but it did not work. So, I don't know. But yeah, we move now on to the next game. But really nice. Also, Foretales seem to be really, really cool.